Welcome back to Edge-U-Cators. Ever wonder what Memorial Day is? Every year in the United States, Memorial Day arrives with cookouts, road trips, giant sales on mattresses for some reason, and at least one uncle attempting to grill burgers while wearing socks with sandals. But Memorial Day is more than a long weekend. It's a day created to honor the men and women who died serving in the military. So where did Memorial Day come from? Why was it invented? And how did a serious day of remembrance become connected to hot dogs and inflatable pool flamingos? Today, we uncover the history of Memorial Day, a story involving war, grief, flowers, and Americans trying to barbecue literally everything. Let's start from the beginning, the Civil War. To understand Memorial Day, we need to go back to the American Civil War in the 1860s. The war between the Union and Confederacy became the deadliest conflict in American history. More than 600,000 soldiers died. Entire towns lost fathers, sons, brothers, and friends. After the war ended in 1865, people across the country began honoring fallen soldiers by decorating their graves with flowers. That's why the holiday was originally called Decoration Day. Families placed flowers on graves, held ceremonies, and remembered those who never came home. It was emotional, meaningful, and probably the only time in history people looked at cemeteries and thought, you know what this place needs? More flowers. So, who actually invented Memorial Day? If you think it started as an official government holiday, you're missing the most incredible part of the story. The very first Memorial Day-like event happened on May 1st, 1865, in Charleston, and it was organized by roughly 10,000 newly freed Black Americans. During the Civil War, a local racetrack had been turned into a Confederate prison camp. Conditions were horrific. Dozens of Union soldiers died there and were buried in unmarked graves. After the war ended, formerly enslaved men, women, and children came together to give those soldiers something they had never properly received: a respectful burial. They reburied the soldiers carefully, built a fence around the cemetery, and held a massive memorial parade. People sang songs, carried flowers, and honored the fallen. Imagine surviving one of the hardest chapters in American history, and then choosing gratitude instead of bitterness. That's powerful. 3 years later, in 1868, Union General John A. Logan helped make the tradition official nationwide. He called it Decoration Day, a day to decorate the graves of Civil War soldiers. Over time, the holiday expanded to honor all Americans who died in military service. And eventually, Decoration Day became Memorial Day. So when people gather for cookouts, parades, or moments of silence today, they're continuing a tradition that began as an act of remembrance and gratitude by people who had only just won their freedom. That's not just history. That's humanity at its best. Okay, quick question. Why do people put flowers on graves during Memorial Day? I mean, why flowers? Well, flowers have symbolized remembrance for thousands of years. Long before Memorial Day existed, people around the world placed flowers at burial sites to honor loved ones. Flowers represent love, respect, memory, and the idea that life is fragile and temporary. Also, flowers smell way better than onions. During and after the Civil War, families began decorating soldiers' graves with flowers because many soldiers were buried far from home. For grieving families, it became a way to say, "We still remember you." That tradition became an important part of this holiday because people literally decorated graves with flowers, flags, and wreaths. Different flowers can even have different meanings. Red poppies often symbolize remembrance for fallen soldiers. Roses can represent love and honor. White flowers often symbolize peace. And yes, somewhere out there, a history teacher definitely assigns homework about flower symbolism every May. Today, volunteers place flowers and flags at cemeteries across the United States, including Arlington National Cemetery. It's a simple gesture, but a powerful one. One flower may not seem like much, but when thousands appear together, they become a message. You are not forgotten. With Memorial Day comes several traditions that many Americans still observe today, like visiting cemeteries. Families visit grave sites and leave flowers or flags all over the country. At military cemeteries like Arlington National Cemetery, thousands of flags are carefully placed beside graves. It's one of the most powerful sites in the country. Another tradition is the National Moment of Remembrance. At 3 p.m. local time, Americans are encouraged to pause for 1 minute of silence. Just 1 minute. So make sure to set an alarm and remember to take that moment of silence. Next is the parades. Communities across America hold Memorial Day parades with marching bands, veterans groups, and patriotic displays. And if you're lucky, they might even throw candy your way. Yes. Lastly is the food and the sacred Memorial Day barbecue. Hot dogs, hamburgers, potato salad that may or may not be safe after sitting in the sun for 6 hours. Memorial Day became associated with summer because it happens near the end of May. Schools are ending. Pools are opening. Flip-flops are returning from hibernation. America collectively says, "We remember the fallen, and also it's time for watermelon." Finally, here's a list of some Memorial Day fun facts. Fun fact number 1. Remember, Memorial Day was originally called Decoration Day because people decorated graves with flowers. Fun fact number 2. Waterloo, New York is officially recognized as the birthplace of Memorial Day. Fun fact number 3. The Indianapolis 500, one of the world's most famous car races, is traditionally held during Memorial Day weekend. Because apparently Americans said, "You know what would pair nicely with remembrance and hamburgers? Extremely fast cars." And lastly, fun fact number 4. The U.S. flag is flown at half-staff until noon on Memorial Day, then raised to full staff for the rest of the day. All right, quiz time. Let's see if you remember what you learned, and don't forget to count how many you get right. Question 1. What is Memorial Day meant to honor? A. All veterans. B. People who died while serving in the military. Or C. Summer vacation. The correct answer is B. Question 2. What was Memorial Day originally called? A. Freedom Day. B. Victory Day. Or C. Decoration Day. You've got it. The correct answer is C. Decoration Day. Last question, question 3. When do you think Memorial Day is celebrated? A. First Monday in May. B. Last Monday in May. Or C. July 4th. The correct answer is B. The last Monday of May. Great job. Remember, Memorial Day is more than a long weekend. It's a chance to remember the people who gave everything in service to their country. So whether you spend the day at a parade, with family, or guarding the last hot dog from your cousin, take a moment to remember why the holiday exists. And if you learned something today, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments what your favorite Memorial Day tradition is. Thanks for watching.